It was heard in the first half of this year, and unfortunately, the judge of the High Court dismissed the application. But I think this is an important process. It is an important evolutionary process for Singapore, because what Hui Hui and 5 other courageous Singaporeans did was to challenge what they regarded as unfair policies by this government. The first one being that those who were not vaccinated would have to bear their own medical bills if they fell ill. Now, this was a complete reversal of what the government told the Singaporeans in 2020. That if you fall ill, the government will foot the medical bill. Now, I pause there. You know, I myself, I'm vaccinated, but certain people refuse to, like Hui Hui, and many Singaporeans. And they are not odd. Even in China, a large percentage of their elderly refuse to be vaccinated. And people have good cause for concern, because to many, the vaccine that was introduced was an experimental vaccine, all right? And in fact now, there is a big scandal going on in the European Parliament about Pfizer's testimony before the European Parliament, all right? Where some say there are conflicting accounts here, that the Pfizer spokeswoman admitted that they did not test for the vaccine's effectiveness on transmission. And MOH, when they resisted our application, was saying, oh no, you know, the vaccine will prevent transmission or help prevent transmission. Now, who's to believe what? All right? Who's to believe what? And then, so that was the first point we challenged. And the second point Hui Hui and the 5 others challenged was this. You will recall that the government then passed, well, there's a debate here. In court, they said that it was just an advice, all right? We said that it was something more than an advice, all right? Because what they said was that employers could terminate their employees if their employees were not vaccinated. And so employees, by the beginning of this year, I believe it was the 1st of January, faced the prospect of not being able to go back to their workplace. And we said that was discriminatory. We said that violated the Constitution. Again, we were not successful on that argument. But, ladies and gentlemen, my friends, in a civilized society, people can have differing points of view, and we must respect them. It cannot be that if one group of people hold a certain view, and it is not a crazy view by any means, and they decide to challenge in court, that ultimately they have to bear this tremendous consequence. And you heard from Hui Hui, right? Now the Attorney General is pursuing her to pay up $22,000 in costs. Now in court, I tried to argue that this was a matter of public interest and there should be no cost. But the court did not accept that argument. The court awarded $20,000 to the Attorney General. And mind you, This is a public institution